They'll forget the $400 shoes, but never the Skittles. Here are 7 tiny gestures a teen remembers forever. Number 1, hashtag respect the episode. Your teen will forget half their homework, but they will never forget the day you didn't make them pause their show to hear about chicken. They're 7 episodes deep into a wildly incomprehensible show. Korean teens, superpowers, demons, and a portal high school. There's a love triangle between a vampire, a werewolf, and someone who might be dead. You've stood there for 3 minutes trying to decode whether someone's crying about a dead father or a failed math test. Same energy. Normally, parent protocol equals nuclear launch codes. Pause it right now. I need to tell you we're having chicken for dinner. As if chicken self-destructs in 30 seconds. Your teen is already tensing up. Finger hovering on pause, waiting for you to Kool-Aid man through the door with grocery questions. You're basically the villain who interrupts the season finale with PTA minutes. They've learned to never get too invested in any scene because hurricane parent could strike at any moment. But this time, you knock. See they're in the zone and just say, "When you're done with that episode, I need 5 minutes. System error. Parent respected my time, recording this moment forever. They do a tiny internal maniacal laugh, the kind reserved for people who hide snacks in their drawers. Filing under things that should be impossible but actually happened. Stanford research shows that moments of unexpected autonomy respect stick deeper in the brain than big, expensive gestures. Their brain literally flags it as important because it contradicts their usual expectation of interruption. What you don't realize is they stop paying attention to the next 17 minutes of the show. The vampire could confess they're actually the reincarnated dead father, and your kid wouldn't notice. They're still processing, "Mom waited?" 20 years later, they'll be running a team at work and remember how you respected their time. They'll knock before entering their own teen's room. They'll wait for natural stopping points. They'll recognize that focus has value whether you're performing surgery or watching anime demons with subtitles. The ripple effect is huge. You taught patience. You modeled that immersion matters. You proved you don't have to lecture about respecting people's times. You just waited like they were a full human whose current activity mattered. If waiting felt wild, number 2 flips the script in a way you'll actually remember. Number 2, hashtag you were right. You were right. That restaurant was terrible. We should have gone where you suggested. Your teen's brain just exploded. Parent admitting error. Reality has shifted. Document this moment for science. MIT research shows that when an authority figure validates a teen's judgment, it literally rewires their decision-making confidence. Their brain is like, wait, my opinion has value? Here's the usual script. Teen, well, let's go to this place. Parent, nah, I know better. Reality? Bland food, long wait, $87 bill, and a dad pretending it was fine. Also, congratulations, you paid $87 for an adult's optimism. But instead of doubling down, you admit your pick would have been better. This is rarer than a solar eclipse and harder to spot than matching socks and laundry. Suddenly, your teen has proof their instincts aren't garbage, their judgment matters. Sometimes they know better than adults. And that moment lives rent-free forever. Every future decision they face gets filtered through this little flash of confidence. I was right once. I can trust myself again. That admission lands. But the next one, that's the moment they keep replaying. Number 3, hashtag I got your back. Aunt Karen criticizes your teen's hair at family dinner. Aunt Karen is the human version of a LinkedIn comment. You don't laugh. You don't join in. You say, actually, I think they look great. Boom. Instant imprint. Psychology Today research shows that when teens see a parent defend them publicly, it builds a permanent template of self-worth and boundaries. Their brain files it under I'm worth standing up for. Most parents do the opposite. Aunt Karen, that haircut is a choice. Parent, oh, I know. I keep telling him to. And just like that, your teen shrinks 2 sizes at the table. Lesson learned. Family equals group roast. But when you shut it down, you send a different message. Dignity is greater than keeping the peace. They're defendable, even if it makes things awkward. Someone in their corner is greater than social comfort. Your teen internally awards you 5 brave points and an imaginary medal. Fast forward 20 years, their boss unfairly criticizes them in a meeting. Inside their head, they hear your voice. Actually, I disagree. And for the first time, they find the courage to defend themselves because you modeled it first. That stance matters. Next, we do something tiny that feels like magic. Number 4, hashtag random remembers. Worth $3 and frankly, better ROI than half the family investments. It's not their birthday, not a holiday, not even a you passed your math test. It's just Tuesday. You grab their favorite candy at checkout and say, saw these and thought of you. Core memory created. UCLA research shows that random, no occasion gestures actually imprint deeper in a teen's brain than big celebration gifts. Why? Because they scream genuine instead of obligation. It's not about the candy. It's about this message. You exist in my thoughts when you're not around. I notice what brings you joy, even in the checkout line. You're worth $3 just because it's Tuesday. And that sticks. Adults who got these random gestures as teens report higher self-worth later in life because they learned they didn't need to earn love through grades, achievements, or occasions. Meanwhile, the $400 phone upgrade becomes vintage faster than your guilt about not calling your mother. But the Skittles filed under I Matter. Candy works wonders. Next, a secret you never spill. That one builds vaults. Quick pause. Apparently 97% of people watch these parenting videos and forget to subscribe, which is basically like eating Skittles and forgetting how to chew. Already subscribed? Congrats. You've unlocked I tolerate Sticko status. Number 5, hashtag vault keeper. Your teen tells you something mortifying. You promise not to tell anyone, and then, revolutionary act. You actually don't. Not your spouse, not your best friend, not even disguised at a dinner party as this funny story about someone who may or may not live in my house. Harvard research shows that when teens see their secrets actually stay secret, they develop stronger trust and deeper future relationships. They learn vulnerability doesn't automatically equal exposure. Here's how it works. First, they give you a tiny test secret. Don't tell anyone. I binge listen to Toddler's lullaby remixes. If you keep it safe, they'll upgrade ya. Fail the test? Congratulations. You're now their least trusted Wi-Fi network. Also available, guest Wi-Fi that actually routes to shame. Most parents can't resist. They cash in their kids' embarrassment as social currency. You'll never guess what my kid did. Cue laughter. Cue betrayal. Cue another brick in the wall between you. But when you actually hold the line, when you keep even the hilarious stuff locked away, you build a vault in their heart where you permanently reside. 30 years later, they're still calling you first, whether it's good news, bad news, or just because they need someone they can trust. If a secret can build a vault, wait till you see what happens when you show up for their weird thing. Number 6, hashtag show up. Their obscure band concert with 11 people in the audience, and 3 of them are clapping politely like it's a seminar. Their poetry reading at the library. Their parkour demo that makes no sense to anyone but them. You show up. Not grudgingly, not scrolling your phone, actually present. Columbia research shows that showing up for non-mandatory, non-mainstream activities creates the strongest memories of feeling valued. It's easy to show up for graduation when the whole town's there. It's meaningful to show up for Tuesday's anime club presentation in the school cafeteria. Here's the truth. You don't get it. K-pop sounds like someone microwaving a cue ball. Skateboarding looks like an insurance claim. Poetry feels pretentious. But you're there anyway, because they're there. And in that moment, Their brain makes a permanent note. Love isn't just showing up for the highlights reel. Love is folding chairs at 7 p.m. on a Thursday, watching me scream into a microphone about dragons. Fast forward, they're 40, and they remember you with their terrible teenage band gig more clearly than any Christmas gift. They'll sit through their own kids' bizarre interests one day because you taught them the rule. Love shows up, even when it's uncomfortable, rude, or boring. You showed up. Now show strength. The apology that rewires conflict forever. Number 7, hashtag apologize first. You overreact about the dishes. Later, without them bringing it up, you find them and say, I was too harsh earlier. I'm sorry. Brain short circuit. Parents can apologize without being forced, without adding excuses, without the classic, I'm sorry, but you really should have. Yale research shows that kids who receive unprompted apologies grow into adults with healthier relationships and better conflict skills. Why? Because they learn that strength isn't stubbornness, it's accountability. Most parents never model this, or if they do, it's the fake apology starter pack. I'm sorry you felt that way. I'm sorry. Now, can you unload the dishwasher? But a real apology, simple, clean, no strings attached, teaches them something life-changing. Mistakes don't end relationships. Power includes accountability. Respect doesn't vanish with hierarchy. Apologies aren't weakness, they're repair. And this sticks forever. Every future friendship, every future partner, every boss, every colleague, all measured against this memory. Do they own their mistakes the way my parent did? Fast forward 30 years, they're in a fight with their own teenager. They hear your voice in their head. I messed up. I'm sorry. And they pass it on because the apology they never expected becomes the standard they never forget. Here's the pattern. Every tiny gesture whispers the same thing. You matter. Your teen won't thank you now. They'll roll their eyes, slam a door, and blast music that sounds like an army of toasters fighting a blender. But 20 years from now, at 3 a.m., they'll remember. Because the small stuff you do today, waiting, defending, apologizing, becomes the blueprint for how they'll love tomorrow. So keep doing the little things. They're the big things. And if you're still here, you clearly enjoy parental self-sabotage. Stick with Sticko for more glorious punishment.